There is an ancient force that moves men who never. They are not driven by motivation nor by talent, driven by something the modern world has forgotten. A practice that never ceases, a way of life in which every breath is training, every gesture is discipline, every silence is learning. A secret from the Zen temples of Japan, where monks and warriors discovered what it truly means to master oneself. The name of this principle is *GYOJI, continuous practice without gaps. It is the backbone of all traditions that have survived the test, and it is the exact opposite of them. We live surrounded by people who start a lot but finish little, who love the beginning, fear consistency, who seek the pleasure of progress, flee from the monotony of repetition. The average person believes the secret to success lies in doing something grand. The awakened person understands that the secret lies in **, never stopping **. They say that since the year 1200, in a temple in the GYŌJI mountains, a bell rings every morning at 3:30 a.m. Not a single day has been skipped in over 100 years. Rain, war, famine, earthquakes, the bell always rings, and with it, the monks rise. There is no debate, no choice, no excuse. There is only the sound of the bell, body's response. And that's where the dominance begins. True strength isn't born when you conquer the world, but when the world can no longer stop you. When circumstances lose the power to interrupt your practice. When the external ceases to control the internal. But to understand this, you first need to observe what makes you stop. In the ordinary world, the mind is conditioned to seek pauses. It works, wants rest. It creates, but wants reward. It believes discipline is about doing a lot, when in reality, it's about **, never ceasing to do ***. The interval between actions is where chaos grows again. The space between one day and the next is where the old self reorganizes itself and regoal. Zen monks call these the cracks in the spirit, the moments when the ego creeps, destroys everything that is. A man named DAIGO, a monk apprentice, discovered this firsthand. When he arrived at the temple, he was full of energy and good intentions. He woke up early, meditated, trained, and did everything with enthusiasm. But after a week, his body gave out. His mind would say, "Not today. I'll make up for it tomorrow." It was on that tomorrow that the cycle broke. The master called him over and said, "You think you're tired, but you're not. You're just negotiating." DAIGO didn't understand. Negotiating what? Control your mind, the master replied. Every pause you create is a disguised surrender. That night, DAIGO vowed that he would never stop. The next day, exhaustion attacked him like an army. His legs felt heavy, his eyes burned, but he continued. And when his mind screamed for a pause, he would say, "One more move." Thus was born what the monks call inner GYOJI, the practice that continues even when the body seems to give up. Practice is no longer the act itself, it is the spirit that sustains it. The body may stop, presence does not. The body may fail, but the intention remains alive. This is the secret that distinguishes masters from amateurs. The former makes consistency a form of prayer. DAIGO realized that the mind has a trick. It tries to convince you that stopping is rational, prudent, human. But the master said, the mind is the first enemy. It whispers comfort when close to awakening. On the 20th day, DAIGO felt nothing anymore. No tiredness, no strength, only movement. His body rose on its own. The tasks repeated themselves, living mantra. And in the midst of this cycle, something transformed. He began to feel peace within the repetition. That's when the master told him, "You finally understand what practice carries you, and the other way around." That moment, DAIGO understood what Dogen, the founder of Japanese Zen, meant. When practice and awakening are one and the same. There is no one day I'll get there. Path is the journey itself. The warrior doesn't practice to awaken. He awakens, he practices. That is why monks do not meditate to achieve peace. They meditate because they are peace in motion. Modern mind thinks discipline is suffering. But suffering comes from resistance. Continuous practice dissolves that resistance. When there is no more bargaining, no more pain, DAIGO began to realize that everything was practice. Silence was practice. Washing the bowls was chopping wood, walking in the courtyard, even breathing it. And the more he maintained the rhythm, the more the world seemed to align. Repetition has ceased to be tedious and has become sacred, because within repetition, the mind surrenders. And when it surrenders, the spirit awakens. The ancients called this *mu-shin, no kokoro *, the mind without mind, the state in which doing requires no effort. And then he realized the paradox. Practice that never stops is the one that one day no longer needs to continue. Because the practitioner and the practice become. But before he got there, he faced the ultimate test. During a harsh winter, a storm cut off access to the temple. No bells rang that. The monks waited, confused. It was the first time the bell had not sounded in centuries. Some believed the silence was a sign to rest. Others, but they should await order. DAIGO didn't wait. At 3:30 a.m., he got up on his own. He walked to the snow-covered bell and rang it with his own hands. The sound cut through the wind like an invisible blade. That moment, the other monks rose as well. Practice had conquered interruption. The master, visibly moved, simply said, "Now, the practice will take care of itself." The bell rang again every day. But for DAIGO, it was no longer necessary, because the true sound of the bell was within him. This is the point we all seek, a few find. When discipline ceases to be a burden, it becomes second nature. When effort becomes flow. When doing is as natural as it is. At this point that the mind bows to this. GYOJI is more than routine. It is transcendence through repetition. It is the training of the soul until it becomes silent enough to hear the very sound of time. And that is why the monks say, practice never stops, as the universe never. As long as the river flows, as long as the wind blows, as long as the fire burns, there is movement. He who aligns himself with this flow no longer needs to fight against anything. He simply follows, constant, unbreakable. You want to master yourself? So don't look for motivation, look for continuity. Don't seek intensity, seek permanence. Do something every day that doesn't depend on willpower, but on decision. Do it consciously, even if the world doesn't know. At first, the body will resist. The mind will try to negotiate. The ego will demand results. But ignore them all. Just keep going. With each repetition, something within you will die. This death that will set you free. Practice that never ceases is a monastic secret that transforms the human being into a living presence. There is no glory, no reward, no applause. There is only the sound of the bell, the invisible call to remain. And when you learn to answer that calling, you will no longer need goals, plans, or rewards. Because the simple act of continuing will, in itself, be victory. If this video resonated with you, write in the comments, * I'm still going, * subscribe, and turn on notifications, not out of habit, but out of awareness. Because the world belongs to those who remain. And when everything around you stops, you will be the only one still walking.